Welcome to It's Happening in Grand Prairie. I'm Georgia Clemson, and we have a great program for you today. And we're going to start out with two wonderful guests. We have Dr. Patricia Redfern and Rose Chavez, and they're from our Solid Waste and Recycling Department.
Yes,
welcome.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's exciting. We've said this before. We don't often get to talk trash on It's Happening, but today it is happening, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And now, Dr. Redfern, you are our director of that department, correct?
Yes, I am.
And how long have you done that?
Well, I've been with the city for 17 years. I've been the director for 3.
For 3. Yes, that's exciting. And you know, we don't talk about this often, as we said, but it's such an important part of our city and the services that we make available for our citizens.
Yes,
now, we had a change, and sometimes we're a little reluctant to get into the swing of change, but we had a change about a year ago in our garbage pickup, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We had a route balance, the first one that we've had since 2014. And what that meant, it really touched every household in Grand Prairie in some way, because we went from 6 garbage and recycling collection days down to 4. But it allowed us to give everyone in the city their 2 garbage days during the holidays. So it was a tricky switch, and it's taken some time to get used to, but it was a very beneficial switch as well.
Yes, and it is hard to adjust to a new schedule, but the good news is Wednesday stayed the same, didn't it? As far as
Wednesday's a recycling day for the whole community.
Yes. So I know that on Wednesdays I try to remember the green bin and get that out there. And speaking of recycling, what can go in that bin?
Well, your cans, food cans and jars can go in there, as well as your office paper, newspaper, cereal boxes. So pretty much most of your kitchen packaging can go in there. It needs to be clean, empty, and dry for the material recovery facility. So we still ask no pizza boxes, no air filters. Air filters are one of the items that I see as far as heavy contamination. But really anything that's coming from your kitchen is pretty much fair game.
So plastic is acceptable,
Yes.
or does it have to have a special little sign on it? It's just any kind of plastic?
We take plastics number 1, 2, and 5. So that's going to look like your laundry jugs or your water bottles, or even your laundry baskets can go in there.
Oh, wow. I
Yes.
didn't realize that.
Now, a lot of your other plastics, really take a look at that. So 1, 2, and 5 are
1,
acceptable.
2, and 5. Okay.
Still don't want styrofoam.
All right, I got a little bit off track on that as far as our new schedule. Remind us what our schedule is for our city.
Okay, well, we have everybody north of Warrior Trail is Tuesday and Friday. Everybody south of Warrior Trail is Monday and Thursday, except for the holidays. So the holidays are special because we slide a day. So there's no trash collection on the holiday. And then the day after the holiday, so for instance, this last year, 6 of these days were falling on Monday or Thursday.
Yes.
So they would have been affected every single time. But say Thanksgiving. So if Thanksgiving falls on a Thursday, Thursday people put your trash out on Friday. Friday people wait until Saturday. I think that the only hiccup that we're having with this right now is that the Thursday people have gotten very good at putting their trash out on Friday. But the Friday people still still want to put their trash out on Friday. So sometimes we have a little bit too much trash out that day after the holiday. But if you trust the process and wait for Saturday, they will come through and pick that up.
Yes, and Rose, I think we can find that schedule, can't we?
We can find it online.
Online?
Or you will be getting it in your pipeline with your water bill this October. And it will show you the schedule right here. And if you have any questions, you're always welcome to call the landfill. The ladies are more than happy to help everybody.
Yes, and I hear that we're going to have maybe little magnets that could go on the refrigerator. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am. We will have magnets available. We will make them available at City Hall, at the library. We're hoping to also have them there at the landfill if someone visits and asks for them.
That's great. I love having that on the refrigerator as a good reminder.
Oh, yes, ma'am. They really help everybody.
And now on this holiday schedule, Rose,
Yes, ma'am.
in case it's inclement weather, what do holiday schedule or garbage in general?
Well, we'll be putting more public information really soon to let everybody know if there's inclement weather, 2 days or more. What do you do? What happens if your garbage is not picked up?
That's good. So we'll be able to find out online.
Yes, ma'am. Online, and give us a call. We're more than happy to help.
That's wonderful. All right, Dr. Redfern, what else do we need to talk about in the trash department?
Well, anything that you need to know that you don't know, as Rose said, we're always available by phone. We're also available at gptx.org/garbage.
Yes, and one of the tools that we mentioned already is the little thing that comes in the water bill.
The pipeline?
The pipeline, that's what I was looking for.
Yes, yes. The pipeline will be promoting the holiday schedule starting in October. So everyone will know exactly where to go to get that.
Well, I do have a lot of questions regarding brush pickup. Can you tell us how that works for our citizens?
I can. Briefly, brush is collected in 2 different ways in the city of Grand Prairie. One, the Republic Services will pick up to a cubic yard of brush if it is bundled at your curbside, no more than a cubic yard, no more than 50 pounds, again bundled, and no more than 6 feet long. If you have more material than that and it's loose and unbundled, then you can go to the city's website for brush collection and locate the zone that you live in so that you can prepare for when it can be placed at the curb, because they will go by each zone once per month. If you want to avoid leaving it out for, say, 2 or 3 weeks until they come by, you can plan ahead that way.
So if we want it picked up with the regular trash pickup by Republic, it has to be a cubic.
No more than a cubic yard, no more than 50 pounds, and no more
Okay.
than 6 feet long, and bundled. The helpers, as they collect material very quickly as they're going down the street, they need to be able to just pick that up and get that into the truck.
And what would you guesstimate is the size of a cubic yard?
The size of a cubic yard is going to be about the size of a cardboard box, about that big.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a small pickup.
It's a small pickup, right? And what the streets department does is they send a large truck with a grappler on it, so they can pick up great big amounts of it without damaging a person.
Well, that is a great service, I think, for our citizens, and I appreciate the fact that we have 2 ways to do that.
That's right.
Is there anything else we need to remind our viewers of before we sign off for today?
I guess
for
I
you?
would say, if you're recycling, we appreciate you very much. Remember to put your items into your bin clean, empty, and dry.
Yes, and on a windy day, please put something heavy on top, right?
Yes, or even if you can do it, go ahead and keep it in that day, and don't hesitate to put it out a little overflow the next time.
That is good advice.
Thank you,
That's
ma'am.
wise. Thank you both. You all are doing such a wonderful job, and we appreciate you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
And we'll be right back.
The City of Grand Prairie offers Alert GP, a high-speed communication service for emergency notifications. Receive alerts from the Grand Prairie Emergency Management Team by going to the city's website and following the sign-up instructions. Alert GP can notify a lot of people in a short time. It targets the entire city or specific areas where critical community alerts are necessary. If we can't reach you, we can't alert you. Visit gptx.org/alertgp and sign up today.
Welcome back, and welcome to our next guest, one of my very favorites, Zane King. Welcome, Zane.
Thank you, Miss Georgia. It's a pleasure to be here today.
And Zane, I have named you, I think it's appropriate, King of Epic Central. Zane King, We're so excited you're here to tell us all about what's happening at Epic Central.
Well, we have got so many exciting things coming up. First off, make sure everybody goes to epiccentral.com, sign up for our notifications because we have tons and tons of events. But the one that I know is near and dear to your heart is the Flight of the Monarch Festival on October 5th from 12 to 6 p.m. right in the Grand Lawn this time at Epic Central.
Yes, and I hear it's going to be bigger and better than ever.
It really is. We're bringing it back with a vengeance. We have multiple selfie stations with carved butterfly wings, with all kinds of art installations. We have a 15-foot monarch butterfly that's going to make her debut. It's massive. I can't wait for everyone to see it. We have Dallas silk art coming out. We have little Pollock splatter painting. We have the library coming out that's going to be over a really special exhibit. And one of the new things we're doing this year is called our Butterfly Experience. And you will be able to go into a tent filled with 200 butterflies. And they will land on your shoulder. You'll get a Q-tip with Gatorade. It's going to be magnificent, and it's all free to our citizens.
Yes. Oh, I love that. So many wonderful photo ops for
Absolutely.
everyone, especially this new experience. That sounds so exciting. And it also teaches the kids how to interact with the butterflies without harming them.
So the library is going to do a butterfly wrangler training program, and in order to go through the butterfly experience, you have to get your butterfly wrangler badge. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and it's going to be a really unique experience that the kids and the adults that you just can't have hardly anywhere else. It's going to be an epic experience.
Oh, it will be, and I am praying over the weather. October the 5th, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day.
It looks like it's going to be beautiful. We have probably about 40 different vendors coming out, city departments, food trucks. We have an amazing musical lineup. We've got Grammy award-winning musicians on the stage. I'm telling you, Miss Georgia, I know you've done a lot of Monarchs, but I think this one's going to prove to be one of your favorite ones this year.
I love that. Now, Zane, remind us when's the best time to get there, and the releases, etc.
The festival opens at 12 o'clock and it's over at 6. We're doing the butterfly releases at 2:30 and at 5 p.m. And both butterfly releases are followed by a bubble dance party. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun. So ideally get there about 1 o'clock if you can, if you want to be there for the first one, or make sure you're there by 4 o'clock for the second one. And we've got lots of food, lots of entertainment, and then 2:30 and 5 o'clock are the butterfly release times.
Yes, now if I get there at 1-ish or 12 or 1-ish, where can I go eat?
We're going to have food trucks on site. We've got Wetzel's Pretzels. We have pizza trucks on site, but we also have the Finch. We also have Loop 9. We also have Vidora. We also have Sirius. We have Chicken and Pickle. All of them are going to be on site. They're going to have carts out, or you can just walk right across the bridge and grab some food and bring it back.
Right. If they haven't been to Sirius, you say Sirius, tell our viewers what that means.
I thank you, because Sirius it's pizza, sliders, and milkshakes. And whenever I say it's pizza, it's a huge slice of pizza as big as my head. The milkshakes are loaded with cake and cookies, and the sliders, you can get every kind of slider you can imagine, all for a great value and a great price.
Yes, that's a good place to take the family in case you don't want to go to a sit down or waste your time sitting at a table. You want to just go in there and get something quick.
Absolutely. It's a great addition to the site at Epic Central.
Yes. Zane, of course, they pay for their own food, but the event itself, if I just want to come out there and find a parking place and start walking around with my kids or my grandkids or just myself, friends, this is a fabulous offering from the city of Grand Prairie.
It really is special that the city has done this, and I commend you and the city council for funding this, to do this event for the people of Grand Prairie. It's entirely free parking. Just park behind the Epic or Epic Waters. That's where our designated parking is this year. and the event is entirely free. We have tons of free activities. We do have a few paid activities as well, so if you want to get a special treat, then go on ahead and do that. But folks, please come out. It's an entirely free event, and you can spend hours out there just having fun with the butterflies.
If someone wants to bring their little dog, are dogs allowed? And do they wear a
Absolutely.
costume or anything?
We are inviting dogs and pets as long as they're on a leash. We would love to see them in costumes. We worked with our friends at Prairie Paws, and we will be bringing a dog contest next year. We couldn't pull it off this year,
That's all right.
but we would love to see our kids and our pets dressed up like butterflies.
Sure.
And I promise you, if you come dressed up, we're going to have special prizes to give away to you.
Oh, that's exciting. Now, I know I could spend all the rest of our time talking about Flight of the Monarch.
Yes, ma'am.
But we do have some other wonderful events in October.
We do. We have a really exciting event. The Epic Arts and Music Festival is making its second return, and this is Councilmember Hedden and Lopez who had this vision. So we started it last year. We moved it to October because we have a really unique opportunity this year. The City of Grand Prairie has partnered with Texas Monthly and Texas Country Reporter, and the Texas Country Reporter Festival is coming to Grand Prairie in April of 2025 in downtown. So excited about this. This is a truly Texan event. This is going to be a draw from across the country, and it's going to happen right here in downtown Grand Prairie. But for our Epic Arts and Music Festival, we are doing a mini TCR Fest combined. And so the same things that you'll see at the TCR Festival in 2025, you're going to see those vendors and some of those artists and some of those people all at the Epic Arts and Music Festival. It's really going to be we're going to have about 60 or 70 vendors, artists on site creating an award-winning lineup. It's going to be a really fun time, but Texas Monthly and Texas Country Reporter are going to do something really special, bring something really special for us in this.
Isn't that exciting? And there will be live music on the stage.
Yes, ma'am. There will be live music throughout the day. That event will run from noon till 10 on Saturday, October the 19th, and then from noon to 6 on Sunday, October 20th. Our Sunday is our Grand Prairie local day, so every band is from Grand Prairie. They live in Grand Prairie. They are Grand Prairie residents. Some of them are up and coming, and then others like Double Ace that have been around for
Yes.
50 plus years. So it's going to be Sunday the 20th is going to be really, really special.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I had forgotten that it's 2 days.
It is 2 days, and so this is going to be a whole lot of fun. And we have a special announcement to make on your show today. The host of Texas Country Reporter, JB, has agreed to serve as our MC, and in fact, he brought a special video greeting for your show today.
I could not be more excited about the event that we'll be hosting at Epic Central in Grand Prairie, Texas. I'm really excited in large part because although I spend a lot of time on the road meeting incredible Texans all over the state, I rarely have an opportunity to connect face to face with our audience. And this event's going to give me a huge opportunity to do that. So I hope you'll come down because we'll have a ton of vendors selling jewelry, all kinds of arts and crafts, apparel, and some of the vendors have actually been people who've been on the show in the past. But in addition to that, we'll have a photo opportunity at the TCR booth, as well as the TCR flag, which is the vehicle that I drive to all of our shoots. So come on down and take your picture, meet me, meet some of these great artisans and craftsmen that are going to be visiting us from all over the state, and bring your family. It'll be on October 19th and 20th from noon to 10 p.m. on Saturday and noon to 6 p.m. on Sunday. And I hope you tell your friends, your family, and everybody you know so they can hop in their car and travel on down to Epic Central on those dates. And I look forward to seeing all of y'all. Adios.
That is exciting. I'm so glad you let us in on some of this inside information. And thank you so much for all you do, being the king of Epic Central and doing it with excellence. We appreciate you so much.
Well, it is my pleasure, and I thank you and the City of Grand Prairie for allowing me to do some really fun things for our citizens and to really show people that Grand Prairie is a city on the rise.
Thank you, Zane.
Yes, ma'am.
Before we go, I want you to mark your calendars for 3 town hall meetings in October. Councilmember John Lopez is hosting his town hall on October 3rd at Sterrett Elementary. I'm hosting my town hall on October 22nd at City Hall, and Council member Jacqueline Hedden is hosting her town hall on October 29th at the Grand Prairie Events and Convention Center. Remember the town halls, and as always, I'm Georgia Clemson reminding you that it's happening in Grand Prairie.